We are in Malawi, Lilongwe, Malawi, and cleared for takeoff from runway 32, and then we're going to turn left, so we're heading on a southwest direction past the city. So let's do it. Airspeed's alive, 20 knots, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and rotating, 6 degrees, positive rate of climb, gear up, look to the north, and we're going to be turning that away, so let's do it.
007, continue for south departure.
Mike India Golf 1.
Tower Mike India Golf 007, continue for south departure.
And coming round onto track. Now, runway altitude was about 4,000 feet, 4.2, let's say. A little bit slow there. So let's climb to about 5,200. As we come towards the city of Lilongwe. Let's have a look at the left wing cam while we're doing it. Nice. Nice. Okie dokie. Now we can already see in the distance our waypoint 2 and 3, or 3 and 4 rather, those hills down to the south. Mike India Golf 1.
Tower Mike India Golf 007, frequency change.
Beautiful day, beautiful. So we're just ambling down about 200 knots down the west side of Lilongwe. So this flight plan is just a counterclockwise track. It does take us down the west side of Lilongwe and back up right through the centre. And we get to see a couple of local landmarks. Now, you'll notice the terrain is very flat around here. Mountains off in the distance, but they're quite some way off, probably 30 miles more, I guess. Yep, quite a ways. We won't be going there today. So our first turn point, and most of every second turn point in this flight leg is actually not much of a turn. It's more of something to look at as you fly past. So really it's only 2 big turns. It's a triangular shaped flight plan. I can try to keep it really simple. So heading south, west, and here we see the airport, old Lilongwe airport, coming up right in front of us. Now, if you feel like it, you could do a touch and go there. I'm sure if you ask them nicely, they'll let you. And there might be other planes flying about. There actually are a couple parked down there at the moment. Let's see if we can see them. I'll just go right a bit. And can I see them? Oh yeah, I can see a light plane there on the apron. Let's go to the wingtip cam. Hi, wave to them. Hi. Cool. Right, let's continue on. So about another 10 miles to the south. So that was 10 miles, so we've got another 10. We've got 10, 10, 5, 5, 10, 10 basically in this flight plane. And by keeping the legs at regular lengths, and you learn to estimate, well, it's going to take 2 or 3 minutes or 4 or 10 minutes to go the 10 miles depending on your speed. And you get to know that for your aircraft type, and you make it as easy as possible. So we're getting to the southern end of Lilongwe now. As you can see, we're coming to open countryside, and we're looking for Kambuzu Dam, which is rather large. And front of us, but I'm going to come slightly to the right of the track because we're turning left at the dam. So we're going to turn left at the dam, go across there and turn left again to come back to the airport. Pretty simple. And just enjoy the wide open space. Now let's check out my helmet cam, make sure it's working. Yep, it's all good. Try not to jerk my head around too much. Try to give you a nice, easy pan around the landscape when I can. Great aircraft, this one, for visibility. So for your sightseeing, you really want to pick aircraft that don't have too many bars or wing struts. Some are much better than others for that. And I will be trying or flying back to many of these places. Of course, I don't fly here. I arrive here in my C5 Galaxy, like the one that Dark Knight has in Justice League. And then we trot the plane out of the back and off I go. So I've got some light planes in there, and I will try them at a later date on the second round. So here's the dam, as you can see, nice and visible, long river feeding into it. And we're going to turn left at the dam, fly pretty much due east. So it'll be a 90-degree turn, and we're going to fly past those two big hills. Sometimes these visual flight plans are easy, sometimes they're not. I mean, easy to construct. This one is pretty easy. It's all flat except for those hills, and that's where we're going. So here's the dam. The look is flying, the water looks great. There's the dam. Excellent. And I guess it's feeding the city of Malawi. Right. So we're heading for these two hills. I'm going to duck down, as I like to do. Get up a bit close personally with the landscape for a couple of miles. Why not? And I'm hunting for the Anusian zebra. I know they're here. I've been flying around Africa, there's 50 countries, I've been everywhere now. And this is my second round, so I polish up these missions. And still no zebras, but I remain confident nonetheless. I know they're out there. So here we go. This is, what's the name of this hill? I have to look that up. Bunda Hill, 4,600 feet, which puts it about 500 feet above the terrain, which around here makes it really stand out because it's quite flat. Great. And the next one is higher. Nagala Hill is 5,118 feet. And as you'll see, it's not just one hill as we get close to it, it's actually a couple of hills. Another dam over there. So there must be a gentle slope, I guess, up that way back to the city. Water tending to run downhill most of the time. That's my logical conclusion. So, a few little hills, but here's the big one. So when I called this mission A Tale of Two Hills, it had a double meaning, double entendre if you like. You've got those two hills, this one and that one, but also got these two hills. And that's a pretty spectacular little area there. Look at that. Wow. What a geological mystery that is. I guess it was a volcano at some point in the time of the dinosaurs, I'm guessing. When I grew up. Amazing. Spectacular. That is awe-inspiring. So there we go. We've flown around the hill and it puts us right on track to fly back to town. Easy as that. That easy. So let's climb a little bit again. So we're about 1,000 feet above the ground now. Let's go, say, another 500 feet up. Lots of interesting things to look at. So now we're about 5,800 feet and gives us a good overview of what's coming up. Let's go to the right wing camp, have a bit of a look. Check that we're on track. Yes, we're good. some mining operations over to the right. Here's Lilongwe city coming up right in front of us. Now the next hill is actually the Gwenya hill. I can't pronounce it very well at all. It's actually quite small, it might be hard to see. Let's try to zoom in on it. It's a tiny one, but it's quite interesting. It's got a little lake in the middle of it. Just being very careful where I aim the plane. Yeah, it's only a couple of 100 feet high. Okay, now I can see it. So it's kind of a greenish colour. So when you get within a mile of it, it's very obvious. There it is. If we look as we go past, we see a lake in the middle of it. People collect gemstones, etc. There we go, it's got a lake on it. Nice. It's a wingtip view. Very good. Now, looking back ahead again. So there's two very short legs here, but they're worth it because we're going to see the Parliament House. Let's go to the wingtip. Go right a bit. Slowing up because I don't want to miss it. And once again, from altitude, be easy to spot. So right in the centre of Lilongwe, you can see very distinctive shapes and areas. But here we go. So you've got big round convention centre on the right and Parliament offices and buildings on the left. So it's quite clear around it, which helps. And as we fly over it, we see, oh yeah, very distinctive round design on the right here, the convention centre. Let's go wingtip cam. How nice is that? Excellent. Fantastic. Well, that's it. So, well, after a cup of MALAWI tea, I will fly the route again a bit later in the day, and this time I'll be able to pay more attention to what's outside the window. Mountains off in the distance, but quite a way off. That's more of a cross-country flight to check them out. We've got lots of interesting places up here. It's a shopping mall, etc. over there. Very distinctively shaped suburb there with a round edge and two straight edges. It's like a slice of pie. Very nice. We should be back at the airport, I think. Oh no, a few miles out, but just up ahead now. See if I can spot it. We'll go to left where we can. It can be hard to see. I find airports can be hard to spot. Up 5,500 feet. Which is not that high here. Let's go a little bit higher. Yep, I get to my 1,500 feet above the ground, which is now, you start to see the airport. Let's get the camera straightened up. There it is. Oh, let's give it a call. One, two. Back. Now do we have to talk? That's it, come loose. Which one is it? Oops, jumped to my chase plane view. He's always there keeping an eye on me. That's what I
Tower
want.
Mike India Golf 007 3 miles southeast, 6,900 feet to land.
Mike India Golf 007 Tower. Altimeter tree 0.15 with 146 at 14. Make straight and runway tree 2.
Excellent. Like India Golf 1.
007 146 at 14. Clear to land runway tree 2.
Like India Golf 1.
Clear to land runway tree 2007.
So that's runway 32, make left traffic, so we'll do crosswind, downwind and land. Very high at the moment, we're about 2,000 feet above the runway, so I'll be letting down to 1,000 feet. automatic down. Yeah, 1500, just keep going. There we go, about 1,000 feet. Let's extend a little bit on the downwind. So for visual reference, yeah, our downwind takes us between this compound and that compound. Looks like ammunition storage, that one. Okay. Right, we're slow enough, almost. Put the gear down in a moment. I want you to put it down during the turn because that will bleed off a lot of speed. Turning 200 knots coming up, so gear down as we slow rapidly. It should be coming down, maybe it's coming down. Flaps 1. Going fast today, I'm not slowing up as per usual. Gears coming down now, that should help. Flaps full. Still coming in hot. Anyway, we'll be right. Long runway. Very fast at the threshold, 150 knots. So let's put the speed brake in. We're going to float for a while, that's for sure. Flaring now. Yeah, okay. We'll be right. Should be right, mate, as we say. And touchdown. Bit of rudder and flaring. Whew, we're good. Actually it worked out pretty smoothly, even though I came in quite fast. Right, so there we go.
07 exit runway when able.
Tale of two hills. Hope you enjoy it.